Nigerians will take to the streets in joy when Tribunal invalidates Tinubu's elections. PDP chieftain boast. Yeah, so yeah, it's true. If for some reasons and if judiciary should uphold the right thing and declare Tinubu's victory invalid, Nigerians are going to jubilate. Why will Nigerians jubilate? First of all, it's obvious he didn't win election and it was rigged in his favor by INEC. And secondly, Tinubu's 50 days in office had been 50 days of pain, 50 days of hardship, 50 days of poverty, 50 days of hunger, 50 days of agony. And so, if 50 days can be like this, you can imagine what 4 years will look like. Nobody will be able to endure it. And those are the key reasons. This man, Tinubu, is actually showing that he doesn't have clue, of governance. He's just making decisions that are not risk assessed, that are not evaluated, and he's not prepared. He's just making an announcement and talking, no result. That is the truth. The People Democratic Party, PDP, says if Bola Tinubu declaration as president is nullified, Nigerians will rejoice. Pedro Obaseki, Director of Strategy and Research of the defunct PDP Presidential Campaign Council, who disclosed this ahead of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment, expressed confidence in the judiciary's ability to deliver a fair judgment that will be acceptable to the parties involved. He furthered that because of the mounting evidence in their possession, the judges would muster courage to address the issues raised, adding that the country's image is at stake, which he stated the judges would not take lightly. The lawyer also explicitly mentioned the Allied People's Movement, APM, petition seeking to overturn Tinubu and Kashim Shettima's victory, noting that the issue of eligibility is key. There is still a watershed moment, and that moment might just be provided by the Allied People's Movement petition in this court. That does not in any way discontinue the other mounting evidence. We were here when the election took place. We were here when the election was declared, and we are still waiting for those that want to celebrate. They have not celebrated. You may be shocked that immediately there is judgment that does not validate the supposed election of President Tinubu, people will run into the streets to celebrate. That is the truth, he said. Information Nigeria reports that the ruling All Progressive Congress APC in reaction claimed that the PDP was hallucinating, adding that Tinubu has the mandate of Nigerians and will function in that capacity as required by the Constitution. Not the mandate of the people. Fake. APC's National Publicity Secretary Felix Moka said the PDP or whoever that is thinking that the election of President Tinubu would be nullified is only hallucinating. The president won the election clear and clean, and the opposition has no evidence against it. Those are statements of courage. Okay, so and what PDP is saying here is very correct. With the way things are going in Nigeria, if Tinubu's victory is nullified, definitely people will not just jump to the street to rejoice. They will go to church and mosque to give thanksgiving. I tell you, there will be a breath of fresh air. I tell you, because if Tinubu's 50 days in office can be so hard and so difficult to live with, to survive, it means that no way, nobody can endure Tinubu's government for 4 years. That is going to be suicidal. And that is why what PDP say here is absolutely correct. Okay, so there are a few comments here. Somebody saying my questions are, where are those that protest and cost President Jonathan in 2011 when he wanted to remove fuel subsidy? Okay, when he wanted to remove fuel subsidy from the fuel. Okay, with all these hardships suffering upon Nigerians, why are we not protesting? Exactly. It's a big question. I think the issue here is about psychopathy. It's about I don't know. It's very difficult to comprehend why people are not protesting now. But I think key, they saw Jonathan as a civilian that has a listening ear, so people rose because actually Jonathan wanted to be fully democratic and allow people to to express themselves, okay, express their views, either in protest or in any form. But the government of Buhari and not the government of uh, um, Tinubu right now is a government of intimidation, government of violence, government of using the military to shoot at innocent protesters. So it's a government of intimidation, government of dictatorship, and with what has happened at Lekki Toll Gate, okay, October 2020, I'm sure people just want to preserve their lives because this government will shoot at anybody protesting. I think that is the key. If not, as it is now, it's enough for Nigerians to enter the street. And they are looking for a way now to stiffen Nigerians to stop anything called protest in Nigeria. But it's just building up. It will blow one day. Some say it will be very terrible the day Nigeria will come out from Egypt. God himself will dance in his throne. That is it. Don't say Nigerian. Say yourself. And I even know that can't happen. Assuming, but not considering that Tinubu is removed, who will become the president? Is it number 3 claiming first position? Look at this, it must be APC person. Doesn't know what he's saying. And he has been insulted. He has always say an idiot. If you don't know what to say, you better shut up. Okay, that's here. Nonsense mouth. Bro, change your name to Ludo Yusuf. It is it fits you more. They don't fire out. How can you say number 3? Are you not seeing the evidences in court? Okay. That is a dream that will never come true. What kind of dream is that? Okay, that number 3 cannot be president. It's all about evidence and it's all about judiciary doing the right thing. And somebody is still saying you are dreaming, it will not happen. Okay, now, all these are the APC supporters who are even suffering and smiling, and they don't want to accept it. Somebody said, how I wish we could just for 24 hours of fact-finding have the election petition tribunal announce the nullification of Tinubu's victory and let people's reaction be the final judgment. Not more than 24 hours so as not to give room for political manipulations. Where are the wise men of this great country? Who do they have wise men? All the wise men are politicized, so nobody is wise. They're wise in their pocket. Where is our Labour Congress? Labour Congress is also doing its part now. Okay, Labour Congress is doing its part. So the fact remains that if Tribunal nullifies Tinubu's election, definitely Nigerians will run to the street and will jubilate and will rejoice, and we even give thanksgiving in the court because the suffering for just Tinubu's 50 days in office is just unbearable.